going into the army and then going to war is a life-changing experience to the point where it tends to destroy what little you had that was a decent human being. It goes. You end up either an alcoholic, workaholic, withdrawn, antisocial, unable to cope, suffering nightmares, all those things that we associate with what they called shell shock and the like from other wars. It's any war, not other wars, it's any war.
I was first attracted to the project by the intensity of the material, because we celebrate war and we celebrate adversity in a way, but not the trauma that it leaves. The script is based upon a book, Well Done Those Men by Barry Heard, and it's a first-hand account of his experiences in Vietnam as a nasher and his subsequent return to Australia and his struggle with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Barry's book is intensely personal and brutally honest, but it's much greater than just the story of a single man. It's the story of all soldiers returning from war.
It begins as a journey of innocence, really, because it starts with Barry in his hometown. He gets the call for national service and he's sent off to Vietnam at a time when he was in the very first call-up, and very few people had an experience of what Vietnam would be like.
The film begins with Barry's admission to Heidelberg Psychiatric Hospital about 30 years after he returned from Vietnam. By writing it not necessarily in chronological order, we were able to bring a little bit of mystery into the story.
For the film to work, we have to experience and see what Barry saw and experienced in Vietnam, and this can only be done by making the camera as subjective as possible and making it live for the audience as it lived for Barry. So we have the experience of having been to Vietnam. In many ways, this is an opportunity to shoot a totally realistic war film. I've spoken at length with my designer Chris Kennedy and the director of photography Martin McGrath, and we see that it's an opportunity to present war in a realistic way. To tell the story correctly, we have to see the experiences that Barry had in Vietnam firsthand, which means shooting graphically what happened. So for the audience, the experience is as of being there. So then we have to almost then bring them out of the war to put them back into normal society as well.
Barry's remarkably honest book has been both catalyst and therapy, not just for the Vietnam vets, but for the anti-war protesters of the 1960s as well.
Hi Barry, I protested, I was one. I'm so sorry. And I apologise. You know, I've had people come up and hug me and say, oh, I was a protester, I was the person that yelled at you, I'm really sorry. You know, I've had letters that just I break down and cry when I realise what I've done.
What do they say?
I've had families get back together, I've had people stop drinking. They go back to their parents, for God's sake. After all these years, go back and say, hi, I'm back home.
Because of your words?
Yeah.
It's a universal story that deserves to be told and needs to be told.
Whether it's Vietnam veterans or whoever have got that surging anger in their soul and all those questions and rights and wrongs, you can get better. It's hard, but you can get better, and that's why I'm standing here with you.